Hello, welcome to Jade Kind Gaming. My name is Adam, here with more Order of Heroes, playing some Mutants and Masterminds. We have Nick as Josh Callahan. We have Bob as Bill Bison, Agent Ohms, presently.
I signed no contracts.
No. Nope, you are just a contract worker. They're just
Agent Ohms. Well, he's an independent, really.
yeah.
I actually have some behavior complaints about him. Well, he's kind of an independent.
But would you work with him anyways? So after meeting last time and getting along drowningly, eventually, Ohms managed to track Josh down by kidnapping his mother and moving him to the safe house. Whereupon you've just had a conversation with the director, who thinks that once you've gotten your mother wherever you would like her to be, that you may do well to work with Ohms to try and track down whoever was spiking your energy drink.
Mm-hmm.
Were they metachlorians?
Yes.
So last time, you just finished your conversation in the safe house. You're locked in this little room, probably 15 by 15. A bed, a kitchenette, a little partitioned area off where there is a bathroom, various cabinets, bookcases, etc.
It's like, I'll look through the books while I wait for Mom to wake up.
Okay.
Not at super speed.
It's like, but yeah, just general reading for the most part, enough to keep one entertained while stuck here for long periods of time.
Mm-hmm.
And you just sort of see that through your little video from outside the door.
Mm-hmm.
And just wait.
Mm-hmm.
Probably takes her another 30 minutes when she comes to.
After I assume calm her down, it's like, let her know that we're in this place. I talked with his boss. They seem to be a government organization that works with people with superhero powers. And that he's a
Hey,
contractor.
Julie, how you doing?
I throw a book at you. Dude, not cool.
Oh, I'm sorry, I had no idea. No idea at all.
He's evidently an independent contractor for that government thing, and they were trying to catch Miss Cotter?
Miss Kitty.
Well, he's Miss Kitty. We know her as
Allison Catron.
Catron, yeah. Catron. That they may have,
Just walk over, sit down at the table. Feet up.
but they said they were going to help us find out about that, and that's why he was trying to track us down. He went about it a very obnoxious way and could have done better.
You think that's obnoxious? I had to track you across 3 different fucking states.
Ever try to run away again? I'll know to go further.
It won't help you, but alright. If I want to find you, I'll find you.
See, it's comments like that that make you vaguely unsettling.
That sounds like a you problem, really.
But yes, like, we can go home now, I guess, and work with them, with my powers, and trying to track down her, because she might be a terrorist, they said.
Oh, she's definitely a terrorist.
Well, if she's the same person you were talking about.
Seeing how you and I have never had a conversation about it, I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, the same person the director talked about.
Jeffrey didn't talk about it.
I believe he mentioned Miss Kitty. A woman, at least.
When he's watching through, he can only hear your half of the conversation, so...
Oh. Yeah.
So where's this house that you were looking at? With the robot?
I give him the address.
Alright.
Don't plug... I unplugged it, so don't plug it in.
Oh, I'm gonna plug it in. I disappear.
You mean you have to walk out the door, then disappear?
If the door's open, you can go.
Oh, okay.
I just kind of go, oh, by the way, see at your place. Hey, Julie, you're looking beautiful today. I'll tell you what.
See,
Give her a wink, disappear.
Incredibly unsettling.
A little bit, yeah.
That was a compliment.
Compliment from your kidnapper.
They wouldn't stop running. What are you supposed to do? People keep running away from me, you gotta kidnap them. There's no other choice.
The official stance of Jade Con Gaming is that if somebody runs away from you, you just unless they're like your kid or something, let them go. If it's like a stranger who you've never met before and they're running from you, do not give chase. That is wrong.
Unless you know that's specifically your job.
Yeah, I mean, there's a situation.
Like you're a kidnapper.
If that's your job, find a new profession.
Unless you know you're really good at it. I'm not gonna say
you want to go home and rethink your life.
I'm not gonna say don't use your gifts. You got a gift.
Find different ways to use it. See if there's military work in your future.
That's just kidnapping out in a different place.
It's all about the legality.
Yeah.
Remember, it's not murder if they let you do it.
Moving on. What do you do?
Bring Mom home, reorganize her stuff.
Do you shut the door here?
Yeah.
You're in a hallway.
Yeah, keep going down. Like, I walked here. He didn't teleport me here.
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
Okay. Yeah, so you're here in New Orleans.
Well, get us on the highway and get us home.
Okay.
But now I know where a safe house is.
Yeah.
Yes, my safe house, where I definitely hide all the time.
And it's not allow you to enter it from the inside, because that's how you would set up your safe house.
My safe house would have a single copper wire running into it.
So yeah, go home, call Jessica, let her know my mom had some problems. I'm not going to be able to make it out on a date tonight. From my home phone.
Yeah.
Breaking her heart.
Well, I mean, I hope everything's okay with your mom.
Yeah, just some work stuff came up, and I believe they got broken into, and it's him.
Oh, and that's messing things up for you?
Mm-hmm.
Another time?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
What is today?
Is Saturday.
Then go ahead, re-clean the house, find his horrible, horrible present, and then
no. By the time that you're done with your phone call, your mother's probably already found that. You know, it's been a long day for hers.
Yeah. Also find he completely destroyed our computer.
It still runs.
It doesn't.
No, I specifically made it so it still runs.
Oh.
You could say, no, it doesn't. It's my power.
Okay.
It's just new.
Making a list of things to hand to the company and say, he showed up, did all this stuff, and broke into her house, then destroyed things.
You're great at making friends.
Please tell me it went this poorly with Ryan.
No, it went super easy.
Yeah,
He didn't try to run away every single time I tried to talk to him.
As a scared kid would, so I feel completely vindicated in my actions as a player.
However, technically speaking, in the situation with Ryan,
Mm-hmm.
he was more so closely related to the situation that Salazar was in than you.
So yeah, I go to the house.
Yeah. Find it. Easy enough.
Is it similar to a lot of the hideouts I've been finding scattered around the country?
No, this is actually like a house as opposed to most of them have been, apartment or even hotel room kind of things.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and hop in the electrical and check it out.
Okay. The power is off in the building. Like it ends at the
I'm gonna go.
breaker boxes.
I'm gonna go and check every single connection to see if anything's plugged into the outlets and check out what they are.
So you got a washer and a dryer. You have
Is there anything of note?
not particularly, no.
Okay.
Because
Then-
other things are unplugged.
Refrigerator.
Okay, so I go in there and I'm gonna just start searching through the house for clues.
You can investigate.
See, it needed a friend. It needed a friend.
Yes, you have two dice next to each other and one over. Okay, fine.
It needed a friend. Y'all looking at me like I'm crazy. It needed a friend. All right, it needed a little cuddle buddy. 25.
Okay. Okay. $25. Yeah, you can find notes stashed some places. You find a bit of a research journal. Looks like there was some research manipulation being done, testing the efficiency and lethalness of a experimental pharmaceutical process being used to make super soldiers.
Super scaredy cat seems like to me.
Doing work for the boogeyman.
Doing work for the boogeyman.
Boogeyman.
It's the first time I've heard this name.
I forget if it was mentioned before or not. There might have been some ties to it. I'm trying to think if Sue Sanchez had made ties to it or not. But, definitely the first you've probably maybe heard of it as in opposing organization kind of thing. Maybe the first tie that necessarily directly ties that she's in with it.
Okay. And how heavy is Robot?
400 pounds.
Fucking conveniently outside of my weight range.
It was like 300 to 400
Yeah,
before,
it's
so
400 before, yeah.
No, that's what my guy's thinking.
Yeah.
Picked up. Oh, how conveniently outside of my weight range.
Oh, yeah. I have these again.
I'm gonna go ahead and borrow a car.
Just from the street.
I mean,
By the way, there are plots in here that show that probably, at least for some period of time, a dozen other people were staying here.
check the garage.
There is no car in the garage.
Right.
There is a large power hookup for something that is not hooked. It's not in there, but
Okay, I'm gonna go and find a vehicle to borrow.
okay, I mean, like just like a car parked along the street,
Sure.
because they're there. So do you stay at home or do you?
Oh
show
wait, no. I go and get his mother's car.
That was added to the list of stuff he took and broke.
You don't know that.
Yeah, you.
Well, it's not at the thing, and it's not here, so I'm blaming it on you.
Yeah. I drive his mother's car over there and stop at a goods store and abscond with a dolly.
Are you saying that you go and steal a dolly from?
Yeah, so I can lift up the big heavy thing.
I mean, I feel like that's a.
a hand truck, not like a piece of equipment, heavy
Yeah.
equipment.
I guess you turn it into electricity with you to...
Yeah.
Yeah.
I use it and I put the thing in the car.
I hope you're really enjoying our series, Order of Villains.
I didn't get a chance to return it yet. You can't just call me a villain before I return it.
You did an upper decker in my house because you were angry at me.
I was justifiably angry with you. And mischief is not evil. It was just kind of shitty of me. So yeah, I move the thing into the car and I take the car and I drive it back to his place.
Okay.
And then I call Sandy. Okay, I call the director because Sandy doesn't have a phone. And tell him that, he needs to send Sandy and, who's the other one? Sandy and, what's her name? Samantha?
His wife? Sue?
Simone? Sue?
Sue Sanchez?
Sue? She works for him too, yeah?
Yeah. She's in, like, lab work. She's...
Okay, I gotta
She's
tell
more-
him I need a pickup for this thing and it needs to be taken to Sue because it's, the robot thing that the kid mentioned.
Okay.
And then I just go and I just leave the car in the driveway.
Where do you go?
Guess I go find a hotel.
So what are you doing?
Try and comfort Mom, get her back on balance. I figured that would probably take the
Just
day. Or
leave the trunk popped. Oh, I have to go and return the dolly.
Okay.
do that. And did they give me a number to call back the director?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Go ahead, call him back and let him know. It's like, okay, we're back at home and this is what we found that he did and stuff he destroyed while he was here, but what do you need me to do?
destroyed nothing.
You totally destroyed a computer.
I erased the files from my computer. You
Mhm.
still have a computer.
We do not have a Windows install key.
That's not my fault.
Kinda is. But yeah, that would have probably been early on, back when I would have went up to the office to get her car back and still was gone. So I mentioned her car is also gone, but he'll return that later.
Yeah. Sounds like by the time you're placing the call, the car is sitting out in the driveway with the trunk popped.
Go in there. It's like, my God, man.
You see a robot just sitting in the trunk in your driveway.
Little note on there that says for Sandy.
I go ahead and close the trunk because the thing has gun ports sticking out.
That's okay. Sandy will just have to break the lock.
Or, yeah, it's like, tell him that he put the robot in the trunk of our car.
Yes, we're sending someone to collect that.
Okay, have them knock on the door and we'll pop the trunk.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you really want to talk to Sandy, Mr. Thief?
I don't know it's him.
Well, the best part is he's complaining about the things I destroyed and rearranged. He stole $800.
$100. High-tech
Destroyed
equipment.
Yeah, destroy entire facility.
Phone.
Mm-hmm. No, technically Bob should have that. I threw it at him.
I do not have that.
Then that's over in, I believe, Georgia at a truck stop.
Your phone's in a field.
No, I have his phone.
How did you find my...
No.
Yeah, because I picked it up in between Georgia and Alabama, and that's why I was searching the area.
Oh, yeah, because you... Yeah, because you had tracked it down to there.
I have not given it back.
Exactly.
But that you wouldn't know to play PIB for because you left it.
Mm-hmm.
You guys get along so well.
That's okay. Jess is going to call soon.
So yeah, that's how I spend my day.
Okay.
Let's see if they call us back, or at least that guy shows up.
Yeah, that'll be fairly late before he will show up and knock on your door.
Mm-hmm. Open it. Do I even know it's him?
Yes.
I figured he was in a balaclava and other stuff.
I mean, you robbed him. You should know it's him.
Well, this thing didn't have ID, and I suspected he was in, like, full, sneaky,
You know what's
Snake
not
mask.
really sneaky?
Yeah.
Yeah. Balaclava's in summertime, not super sneaky.
And nod to him and go out to the trunk, because I'm pretending I don't know it's him. Pop the trunk's like, are you the guy from the agency?
Yes.
Oh, it's over here. Bring him to the thing, pop it open, let him in.
I hope we will be working together more.
I offered to help him with that.
Lifts it up and moves it to his trunk.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
You have such an amazing gift. I hope you learn how to use it well.
Thank you. Close the trunk.
He does the same.
See, he knows how to come off as not terrifying or particularly vindictive.
So you tied him up like 6 times and robbed him.
And you know what he just did? He had an interaction where he didn't get tied up or robbed.
That's okay. He's got his good friend Ohms giving him upper deckers.
He starts following you back up to the door.
Mm-hmm. Anything else I can do for you, sir?
I'm told I have to do plumbing and computer work.
Yeah.
I believe help you move
Well, I got
the
this.
drawers.
I got that taken care of, but I will bring him to the nastiness that is that tank and the computer that was wired.
He doesn't seem pleased with these lot. Doesn't say anything.
It's like, we have some cleaners under there, and here's
You're
a brush.
not even going to give him back the man's money.
No, I don't know it's him. I totally don't know it's him.
You
he didn't
100%
ask for it.
You 100% know it's him.
Yeah, you absolutely know it's him, but no, he does not ask for it.
Yes. We had a combat exchange. I came off and won that one. Then we're back on even ground. In which he has to clean the shit out of my toilet because of you.
I'm just saying, the fact that you're abusing poor Sandy like this has not endeared you to me.
So what were you just hanging out at your hotel?
Yeah, pretty much. Watching TV.
What you waiting on?
I'm waiting on any information I can get from the materials I sent back. So the little robot dude, and I guess I'm looking through the booklets. Oh, I can start doing searches on her actual name.
Okay.
Dr. Allison Callahan, or Catron.
Yeah.
Catron.
Yeah.
Catron?
Yeah, you can find 2 previous facilities that she'd worked with before Futech, and then back to college records before there. Lots of general public information from there, though nothing necessarily delving directly into what she was working in, say, at the facilities, just looking online.
Pictures?
Make an investigation.
18.
No, nothing that's just publicly out there now. However, You know his mother's work badge had a photo. That there was a database when you were poking around in general in the computer at our company.
Okay.
So that was all intra. But
I guess I'll go over there and start poking around.
okay.
And order a pizza on his mom's card.
Was the card missing from her purse, or did you just memorize the numbers?
Memorize the numbers. You got the login information to the freaking account online. But yeah, so again, you do notice an outdoor security presence. Single guy, just keeping around, but there is manned security presently. You don't go in through the front door though, so
No. Going to the power lines.
Yeah. Yeah, you're able to find, picture. Let's see here. I have that written somewhere. But also while there, you do see projects that were tied to her. Not chemical.
Oh, I'm gonna go ahead and
That'll
take that flash drive. Take it out of the evidence package.
Mm-hmm.
Wipe off the stupid security footage. I don't need that.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna plug that in, and I'm gonna start downloading all of that stuff onto the flash drive.
What stuff?
The information of the project she was in.
Okay.
A full data recovery mode if I can.
Yeah, you can get some basic data on there. But it was physical project work, so. Back up this sheet. There we go. All right. Mm-hmm.
Does it also say the last day that she worked?
Last day she worked would have been make an investigation.
21.
Yeah, you're able to find it's probably been maybe a week ago.
Mm-hmm.
Though that she's been on a few projects on some off-site facilities that she's taken time off, away from facility to do. At some testing facilities for some of the equipment that she's been working on for a government contract. Battlesuit.
Ah, it's the Tin Titan. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and copy all that information that I can, and then I'm going to go into the security system and rewind to the days where she was there. And get a good look at her.
That is not exist.
Oh, it's been erased.
Well, it's been overwritten. It's just long enough ago that none of it was necessarily looked in to be saved, and unless they want to pull something, it just overwrites itself.
Okay. Now I'm gonna use her ID information then?
Make an investigation check.
That's 11.
Yeah, so nothing there. But yeah, sort of looking like maybe late 30s, early 40s, brown hair, shoulder length, bit businessy.
Okay, I'm going to take that photo and I'm going to use it. Well, I'm going to gather up all the information I have, unplug it, erase my back trail. Because they make records of things that get plugged in.
Yeah, you copied files, so that'd be record there.
You're the worst. I erased my back.
You thought of it, don't worry about it.
Yeah, I erased my back trail, and then I zap out of there, and I'm gonna go and do the local DMV.
Okay.
And I'm gonna look up her driver's license.
Okay. Easy enough.
Alright. Address is the one I already investigated?
Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna go backwards through her driver's license history of all the previous addresses that she had.
Okay. Yeah, you can find them moving across a few states, from the last couple of companies that she'd worked at, back to where she was
Now,
college.
I'm going to look up vehicle registrations.
Okay.
Does she have a vehicle registered in her name?
Not currently.
What was the last vehicle she had? I don't need to know the model years ago.
Yeah. Probably been 2 years ago.
Okay.
Roughly-ish the time that probably a little after she'd moved here, sold that.
Okay, and then I'm going to... But her house was far enough away from the facility that
She would have had to drive.
She would have had to drive. I'm going to look for insurance cards. Insurance in her name, then, is my next step.
Yeah. Yeah, that was the last one that was insured.
Okay, so she never had insurance in her name. For
anything since then, no.
Okay. Then I'm going to go and pick up my pizza. And I'm going to go to Julie's house.
Okay.
And appear outside.
Very nice.
With my finger on the doorbell.
You insist.
Ding dong.
Open the door, see it's him. What do you want?
Oh, I need to talk to Julie. I brought pizza.
What do you need to talk to her about?
Don't worry, Junior. This is between me and your mother.
I think he's trying to date your mom.
Start closing the door.
Go through the door handle.
He's very persistent.
How about we just discuss it? She does not want to see you right now. You will
Hey,
scare
Julie!
As Salazar looks over from sitting at the computer in the living room.
Oh, hey, Sally.
Can't imagine why.
Did he ever give you your money back?
No.
Oh, you're a thief.
Well, I thought he was
I
a
sit down and
terrorist
open
spy.
up. I open up the thing, grab the receipt, put it in my pocket.
I will hand
Yeah,
Salazar
like-
back the other part of the money. It's like,
You haven't already spent, yeah.
Mhm. But
Thank you.
mhm.
I need to talk to your mother about Allison Catron and the vehicle she drives, quite specifically.
I'll go ask her. And go upstairs to her room and talk to her. That guy's here, but he's investigating her. What do you know about Allison's car? Did she drive into work or anything?
Yeah, some black sporty model.
And go ahead and go back downstairs and tell you that it's like you've traumatized my mother. I do not wish you to see her currently, but she
Well,
drove
seeing how you're a child, I don't really care about your opinions. But you want some pizza?
No.
Alright.
At this point, I figured you would have pooped on it.
Why would anyone do that? That's a weird thing to say. It's pizza. Pizza's delicious. It's the wrong direction.
I look over at Salazar.
He's currently glaring at you.
What?
We're glad you're working with us more.
Deception. I'm gonna act like I'm actually confused. 16. Insight would be what you need.
Mm-hmm. What is insight off of?
Awareness.
Let's do so 6, 14.
No, I guess just awareness. Okay. 15.
Successfully lied.
Kind of shifty glances towards you.
Which is more probable? He did it, or I upper deck my own house?
Also believe that I don't know what you're talking about.
I believe you're a good actor. And I believe
you believe that I don't know what you're talking about.
But the logic still says you.
I mean, it's possible. I mean, the door was left open when you left. Maybe he wasn't the last one in there.
It's like, maybe, but still.
Drinking a soda from the fridge. What? I brought the pizza. So just black sporty car, no model, make, anything like that?
My mom doesn't know cars very well, no.
Maybe if I talk to her.
Maybe you don't.
No.
It's like the police should have a record of it. They came and investigated when she was missing and got a description of the car from probably the license plate because we put out a missing person.
That is very useful information. That's how you get rid of a person. I disappear. Come back, snag another slice of pizza, disappear again. I'm going to the police department.
Let's see, what were we doing for that? Because you were trying to get into their system before.
Yes. But I didn't really know what I was looking for before.
Let's call it technology.
16. I am very skillsy.
Mm-hmm.
Probably challenging. Yeah, you're still not able to.
Okay, well, I'm going to keep trying. I might have to go through and look for passcodes that are out. Like someone who has written down their password on their desk to get into it.
Okay. I mean, people are physically in the office where anything like that would be.
Yeah, I'm going through computers. I'm scrying for it, I guess.
Yes, you just look out of computer screens down at things.
No. Yeah, you're not finding it.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and try to break through the system some more.
Couldn't you scry and just keylog the people in the building until you see patterns repeat of nonsense gibberish or other such things?
Yeah. Just takes time.
Yeah.
What are you guys doing?
Ignoring that pizza, seeing if Salazar needs anything else or if we can help besides giving him that information.
That's okay. He's pretty sure you pooped in your own tank.
Doesn't seem very likely either. Unless for some reason you were just really wanting to torment the guy, but she has no history of thinking that tormenting him is something you want to do.
No.
How many times did you tie him up again?
1, 2, 3, 4. 4 or 5, I believe.
5.
One of when he was leaving, trying to go about his day.
I was leaving him there for the police. I thought he was a terrorist spy.
He does not negotiate with people who might be terrorist spies.
They could be out to kill us.
Doesn't
we don't know.
Find out
we have to
if
get
they
wrong.
are, in fact, terrorist spies.
Oh yeah, no. Whether or not they are, that doesn't matter.
Safety first.
You let them speak. They can kill you with their words.
Exactly. Especially when their words are so threatening. The couple, it's like words they get out.
Wasn't threatening at all.
It's that accent, yeah.
And the fact that you were trying to appear in front of my mother and come on to her while being dangerous?
First of all, it is hardly my fault that she finds my danger attractive.
I don't believe that's how that rolled.
Yeah. Second of all, I never tried to come on to her. I was merely trying to have a discussion with her, and every time I got like, oh, hi, I was hoping I could talk to you, and then you ran and grabbed her and ran off.
You said it in a threatening voice. Hey, I want to talk to you.
Disagree.
Like you were going to hurt her if she disagreed.
Anyways, yeah, he'll finish up. Anything else?
That's all I saw that he did, so yeah.
Very well. I'll get the killer robot out of here.
Thank you.
And he leaves.
I just plugged in the charge before the... No.
Sitting in his truck. You wired it up and put it into his cigarette lighter so he turns on the card.
Your entire game plan is you're actually evil and you're just trying to very, very convolutedly kill Salazar. Like you're a hitman and none of us knew.
Gotta tell me these things, man!
No, then the DM would know.
Must be a surprise to everybody. Like when I knew Common and just refused to speak in it.
But yeah, probably by the next shift change, you're able to gain access. And you just kind of have to waste a big chunk of day.
That's okay. I got pizza.
So every so often you leave the police station, go over and get...
After like the second time he does that, I put it out on the porch.
You get there, the pizza's gone. They finished it off.
That's okay. I'm sure there's something in the fridge.
You go in and find him drinking from the milk carton.
Why? Why are you here? We don't like you.
I live here. Well, listen, your mother and I have been talking.
No.
So you're saying I can't marry her?
Go away.
That would tie you well into the story, I guess, huh?
Not there wasn't going to be tied up in knots.
So you get back to that police station.
Just dump you in a tire fire. Hopefully you can't electric your way out of that.
That's enough rubber. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You're able to get basic vehicle information from what she'd been driving off, that they'd gotten off the security cameras.
Rude. Do they have on there who owns that vehicle?
They do not. She has a vehicle that they weren't able to track down. It was out of state license, and one that when they investigated was not tied to anything, but they have not found the vehicle.
Okay. What state?
California.
Okay. I'm going to go to the California DMV then.
Okay, it takes a bit of time. Even for you.
Yeah, it's a far one.
That is far. It's not like there's one central DMV in all of California. I think they're like city by city.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm going to go to every single city and research it until I find it.
Well,
you get
I would like to point out to you, from the notes you were able to read, they said they checked, and it was not actually tied to anything.
Yeah, they couldn't find anything.
Yeah.
What about the VIN number?
But they didn't have access to the vehicle to check it.
It's part of registration.
Yeah, they don't have a registration. They have the information they were able to get off the vehicle.
Insurance?
They don't have any of that information.
They had a license plate, and it came up California, and then the trail stopped.
Yeah. As if she were driving some unregistered, undocumented vehicle.
So she had fake plates.
Yeah.
But what kind of car was it?
They have They probably would have an image of it from there, and it's that sporty model.
I can see emblems on things.
There are no emblems.
Adam, you can identify a car by how it looks.
Custom.
It's a custom vehicle.
It is a custom vehicle.
Excellent. That makes my life actually easier. I'm going to start looking for parts. And things like headlights, engines, stuff like that. Because all those things, if they're custom, means they're custom made. There's not a lot of people who do that kind of work.
But she was also into robotics. Could she have built her own Knight Rider with all custom parts?
Yeah.
In the laboratory.
Yes, she still needs the supplies for that. They don't grow from the ground.
A machine factory. She ordered metal.
Yes, okay, you need to make all of these things.
Yeah.
You keep bringing up things. You order metal, okay? So now you have this humongous shipment of metal coming in, and you need a CNC machine to forge it into things.
Yeah.
Which is extremely expensive, and there's not 100 billion of them everywhere.
Yeah.
All of these are places to investigate.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I'm going to start doing.
Okay.
And like if you're making custom headlights, you need glass. You need the correct kind of glass. So yeah, that's what I'm researching now.
Okay.
And I update the boss man that
Okay.
that's where we are with it. It's a custom vehicle, so I'm looking into all of these things. His resources would be helpful if he felt like looking into them as well.
See what we can find. So where are you doing this from?
I mean, someone has an attic, right?
Yes, she did. It was very empty. You can go bunk up in the abandoned terrace cell's house.
The internet was turned off there.
Yeah, they don't stock the fridge there.
As I'm thinking about spending PowerPoints to make a very accurate, low damage thing so I can just punch you.
Yeah, so his attic, yeah.
Yeah. Occasionally hearing.
Go up there and look.
Nothing. I'm guessing most of the time you're just spending in the...
Yeah.
Hate.
Didn't you leave some leftovers in here?
Go down to the new computer, start looking into how to ground electricity.
I help.
Feeling lucky worked. But,
A little message pops up on his computer. Go to bed, you have school.
For one, fuck you, wherever you are. Two, it's Saturday, tomorrow is Sunday.
Days are a social construct.
I don't know where things are going with this.
No, it'll be fine once we're on an actual mission together, once
Yeah.
we have something to do. This is our new character dynamic of absolute hate.
I've noticed. I don't know how to deal
You
with
made
it.
me run all over the country for the better part of a day. The last person I have to do that for, I literally am trying to find and kill.
But haven't you been searching for her for probably like months or something?
3 weeks.
Oh. Man, you get easily riled then.
She tried to kill me.
Hmm.
I wasn't able to take over her tech. Both these things upset me.
So, do you sleep?
I mean, yeah, when we're
Okay.
tired.
So,
They have a guest bedroom, right?
No.
Just a 2-bedroom house?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's okay.
They've got a couch.
Yeah, I'm just sleeping on the couch.
Well, I find Oh, he's on the couch. Go, a street or two over, get some water there, speed back, dump it on him. Get out! You don't live here!
Why did you go a street or two over
So
for water?
he wouldn't hear it and be woken up. If I theoretically just did it in the kitchen, that might have woken him. Go away, your boss will call if he needs me for something. You don't live here!
What do you do? I'm waiting on you.
Oh, I get up and I go and take a shower.
No! I will keep trying to grab you and run you miles and miles away until you, electricity can go back. But it's gonna just keep happening.
So
This is the middle of the night when you're tired.
It's like, just go to a hotel. You don't live here. Go someplace else. You crazy, crazy old man.
I find that the speed of the dragging me away has indeed dried my clothes appropriately. So I pop back and I start getting...
It's like, I would have returned home before you. You pop back in. I drag you to a swamp and throw you in there.
You go to reach for me, I'm electric.
Okay, you're electric now. Leave. Go someplace else. Why are you here? Just to annoy me.
I grab him and start teleporting him away. Drop him in the ocean.
Run on the water still. Well, what power line's just hanging out in the middle of the ocean?
Oh, I can travel through the sky.
Oh.
Clouds.
Only if it's cloudy.
But it
It's
is Florida. Still get back before you.
Yes.
I can run on water.
Playing on your phone. Disappear the second you see it.
For one, it's a flip phone. It doesn't have games. So
A snake. Who's Jessica? She sure texts pretty nice.
I'm gonna have to kill him. Or at least...
Part of me's thinking, do I even need to have a battle at the end of this? Or are you guys just going to do it before me? I mean, I don't know.
So how did I get on my research?
You were not able to find anything. You do, other than, some... Because you don't have, great detail as far as what parts are in it. You have an old, grainy photo from a security camera.
And her ID.
Yes.
That has a picture of her, not her car.
Not her car.
Oh, the car.
Yeah.
I thought the... okay, so the security camera is now grainy.
The one from the parking lot was. It was grainy enough that you felt fine for you guys walking to her car in order to leave.
Right. Okay. But I'm not really need to find the car, I'm trying to find the materials.
Yeah, but you're trying to figure out what materials would those be.
Well, there's steel, aluminum, there's things that every car requires.
Yeah, and there are lots of sources for those.
For the quantities, and then with the CNC machine, and all of them getting shipped to an address.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm looking for large quantities of these.
You can confirm that none of them were shipped to her home address. You're definitely able to rule that out.
Okay.
And the amount of
you can
metal
probably figure out that much more than would be needed have been shipped to both this facility where she is working, as well as to either of the previous companies that she'd worked at beforehand.
Did they have the machineries required to build an engine and build a car?
If needed.
So that's a yes, they did. All three of them?
As in, they weren't dedicated, vehicle manufacturing, but the equipment could be purposed for that. For a one-off. They couldn't, manufacture them as, a...
Then I'm going to go through all of their manufacturing logs and see if there was a break in any of them that would have been a significant amount of time, because all of those things would take days to create, even in a machine.
You do find that at Futech, throughout her period there are a great number of breaks in her
Yeah, but she had the car when she started.
Nope, she had the car a bit after she started.
So she...
Or, yeah, I mean, because she still had her car for right at the beginning of the time where she was there.
Okay, then I'm going to cross-reference that with metal shipments to Futech and see what they shipped.
Yeah, I mean, there were seeming like regular intervals, but yeah, definitely would have been. Okay. It could have been purposed for that.
Now, did she pay for it or the company?
Anything you can see on that seems to be on company money.
Thief.
You have tracked her down to various other places based on thievery, yes.
Okay. I'm going to go for intersection cameras. Is there footage far enough back in intersections between her house and work?
You have trouble finding much. You can find it, at a place or two.
Then I also would like to check gas stations in that area, and if they hold on to their data that long.
You find nothing.
Banks. Because banks at this time still had cameras on like ATM machines and things of that nature.
None that you're able to find around here. No footage of. I mean, you find the cameras, you just don't find any footage of her car.
What about any bank accounts under her name?
Yeah, you're able to find a bank account under her name. From checking it, it looks like the last statement you get matches along with whatever her most recent paycheck was. And the day after, it was withdrawn as cash from out of state.
What state?
Alabama.
Going to Alabama. I'm going to check that bank's security footage.
Okay. You do not find her car.
Do I find her?
Nope.
So who withdrew the cash?
You don't have so much so that you can be positive of who was that
there's
withdrawal.
timestamps of when it was withdrawn and timestamps on the thing.
The footage, yeah. But it's during a busy enough time you're not exactly sure, but yeah, it was definitely someone else.
Okay, so I'm going to find each of the people there and track all of them down.
What are your penalties for exhaustion here?
I already slept.
You got woken up in the middle of the night and you never went to go sleep.
Why was he awake in the middle of the night?
Because he went up.
You said he woke up in the morning.
I usually wake up super early for tracking stuff, so I just normally get up at like.
Okay, was that intended to be when you'd waken up in the morning?
Yeah.
Okay, so that was a lot later in the day. Never mind.
Okay.
I felt like he got up like for a drink of water and he was like bothering you in the middle of the night.
No. If I knew he was out there, I would have, but I don't think I would have.
Okay, so I'm sorry, I'm having to move forward.
Probably by this point, you've almost been a full day.
By this point, you would have gotten information from director, because that adds about 4 more hours to time period that I was thinking. Because that license plate was tracked down and last seen. Let's see here, near Titusville.
State, please.
Florida. Where you're at?
Oh, I'm in Alabama.
And he can give a few different intersections where it was caught at. And he sends you those.
What day?
That would have been today.
Oh, I guess I have to research all these people later. Here, can you? And I just sent him the information. I'm like, look into these people. They withdrew her money.
Okay.
Out here in this branch location. I'll go and track down the car if I can. What time today did they show up there?
That would have been probably a couple hours ago.
Direction she was heading?
I mean, they give you the order of each of things. So.
Okay, so yeah, I go and I start searching along that grid.
Okay. Yeah, that puts you out. It's out near the coast.
Okay,
Yeah,
sure.
you're welcome.
Along the lines out near the coast.
Okay. Yeah, you get out there.
And I'm gonna just stop every 60 miles and do a scry for vehicles. Storming enough that I can do it via clouds, or do I need to do power lines?
Some of both as you go.
Okay, then investigation, spycraft, energy control, technology. What do you need from me?
Investigation.
12.
Well, you seem to be having bad luck with it.
Okay. So yeah, I completely missed.
Yes.
It's unfortunate. I keep searching along the coast. What? My scrying didn't work. Now I have to look by eyes because apparently it's not magical now.
Yeah, no. What are you up to over there? In your completely separate game? He doesn't want to include you in?
He kicked me out of the house.
No.
He doesn't
Remember,
want me asking him for things.
the linchpin here is going to be this director who I trust for no apparent reason besides he's an adult who's not a dick. And he's in charge of some...
I'm almost 30.
An adult who's a dick. As any 16-year-old will tell you.
He's the problem. I tried to go over there and work with him, and all he did was throw water at me and zap me around the country.
You're the one that zaps people.
Carrie.
He ran me around the country.
So yes, I'm going about normal day stuff unless that director calls me.
Nope, he's already assigned for you guys to work together, and he's just trusting that that's going on.
I got told specifically not to contact him by him.
I said, you don't live in my house, get out.
If I need if you need anything from me, the director will tell me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I assume the director told him to start looking for things.
Which isn't what was happening, so...
Mm-hmm. Miscommunications between enemies.
Yeah, the director didn't contact me and tell me that I was in charge of him.
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
He told him that we were working together. He never told me we were working together. I didn't hear his side of the conversation.
But I don't think he ever told me.
Yeah, he told you to work with him to try and track that down.
Yeah, he never told me anything.
Feel like he called you and let you know that he should have called you like basically after that, and I feel like he did. Maybe he didn't. I'd say for sure, except if I'm wrong, there's someone that can correct me.
That would totally be right if it weren't for these physics and,
for this evidence.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm trying to get back to a normal daily life. If nothing's happened and the person hasn't, well, I'll do that, I guess. Go get a new phone.
Okay.
Yeah. So, go talk to Mom about how missing that and dropped it during the
She
run.
doesn't have her phone either.
Yeah. No, her phone's here. I copied down the numbers
And left it. Yeah.
And left
In the
here.
house.
Okay.
Yeah, I wanted him to take it, but he didn't.
Mhm.
Made me look for him the hard way.
So yeah, I guess I'll spend the afternoon getting a phone and trying to get the same number while missing the SIM card and,
Okay.
be up at the store. And then if I can swing it, maybe a lunch date or go out to something in the early evening with Jessica.
No, it's Sunday. She's got to be ready for school tomorrow.
Yeah, okay. But I called and was thinking of her.
Well, that's very sweet.
Mm-hmm.
So, does my character know that I'm supposed to be in charge of what's his name?
At some point, yeah, the director will communicate, probably would in passing, in checking, up on, giving you the information on the addresses for the 3 people you'd given them, is the fast kid being any help to you?
No. He told me that he would only help if you told him to.
The agreement. Let's see how I can smooth over.
Yeah, I tried to talk to him last night and he kicked me out of the house. I brought pizza. I was polite.
We'll see.
How I remember that event happening. Bill's idea of how that happened.
How to project your reality and substitute my own.
You get home from getting a new phone.
Mm-hmm.
A man that would only identify himself as director left a message.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's the guy from that organization. But I read over the message. Did
Yeah,
you have a talk with him or anything? Or?
Yeah, basically him saying, work was given to try and locate terrorist Titusville. Ohms says you're still having trouble working with him. How can we continue to smooth this over? I was told that the issues at your home have been taken care of.
It's like, I will call him back or leave a message with whoever and explains, like, yes, I'm willing to work with him, but he's trying to live in our house. He kidnapped and terrorized my mother. I don't want him here.
You keep bringing up that thing that never happened, so...
That is not how that went down. But yes, it's like, he can be off site if he needs me for something. Then yes, I was sharing all the information I had with him, but he didn't mention that he was just trying to randomly sleep in our house. I figured he would have his own place that he works out of.
That would make sense.
He just
doesn't.
He just keeps showing up, eating our food, trying to sleep on our couch when we don't want him in the house.
I brought pizza.
Yeah, we have enough work tracking down and paying for the places he crashes.
So
They'd never find me.
I go with, it's like, is there anything I should know about this company or anything my mom should know? It's like, I am a minor, but yeah, I'm willing to help look for these terrorists. Like, I figured she should be looped in too.
I mean, to the extent she'd be interested,
You want me to brief her?
I mean, what... We'll tell her to give us a call when she has a moment to talk.
Okay, I'll let her know that. So, what do you need me over in Jacksonville?
Titusville.
Titusville.
That was where we last tracked her car down to.
Okay. If that's still the place, I can go look, I guess. He's like, no, or...
He didn't respond to that.
No.
I'm sorry, I'm just looking across notes from 3 different sheets of paper.
Yeah.
As I'm now trying to coordinate story from what was originally going to be 3 different periods and just merge into now.
Yeah, Nick kind of ruined it.
But I feel it gave us both character development and awesomeness.
Oh yeah, there have been some character development here. And he'll... Yeah. And he'll give you Ohms' number.
Okay. It's like, okay, I can tell her that she can call him to talk to him about whatever this company is and what they want to do. I'm going to go look for the car she was driving over in Titansville. And
Titusville. Still.
Titus. I get the Ville, right?
I know what you meant.
Yeah. And I will head over there. It's like, when I get to, the outskirts of town, I will call him and say, the director wanted me to, help you look for this car. Do you just want me to do a street-by-street sweep until I find it?
Yeah, sure, go for it. I go get a pizza.
Okay.
Investigation. Natural 1. Still having trouble seeing things.
He finds me eating a pizza.
He doesn't. You're
I
pounds away at this point. You've moved on.
Yeah.
Because you started going up the coast.
Oh, right. I forgot about that. I give him a call back. I'm like, oh, by the way, it's not in Titusville.
Oh,
She moved up the coast. It's over here somewhere. I kind of give it.
How do you know that?
You had a general direction for part of the thing she was going.
Yeah.
How do you know she's
You only
still...
had like 3 or 4 lights that were marked.
Okay,
They were all
then why
heading
was I
towards-
doing this investigation up here at all?
Because you kept going when you didn't find her. Because you said you kept going when you didn't find her there. So you keep looking further up.
Okay, no. Misunderstood, but alright. I didn't realize that by the coast you meant completely out of town.
If you're going out of the coast and you're going more than 60 miles, that is out of this town. Because your scry is 60 miles.
Alright, I'll go back to town and do another scry then.
Okay. It's been a while. You can try again.
Nope.
2?
That's
1,
11.
2.
Yeah, I got an 11 on my investigation.
I have a 1. I don't have investigation.
Eventually, you do find each other.
Well, my thing is, like, scry doesn't seem to help at all.
It allows you to cover
allows
a
you
huge
to-
area.
Yeah,
but you
cover
still
a
have to
huge
find
area
stuff.
at once. You don't have to be in the right spot. You can...
Okay.
That's...
I need to upgrade my scry so that I can just sit in the middle of a state. Where do you live? I live in Missouri. I just cover the whole country.
I think that upgrading your scry is required for you to upgrade your teleportation too.
I don't believe it is.
Because you have to be able to sense it. So your scry, that's why your scry distance and your teleportation distance, unless you have an extra power onto teleportation that doesn't require you to be able to sense it. But
So does that effectively make your speed only 60 miles per 6 seconds?
Yeah.
that's what it is.
I go 10 miles a second. You go 20 miles a second.
I think Yeah.
You go twice as fast. Yeah, just go street by street.
Okay.
Alright, I keep trying.
Yep.
So we blow a Sunday until
Pretty late at night.
Mm-hmm.
When you catch her as the car turns back on. when the car is running, it's actually a pretty bright light to you.
I just go ahead and pop on over there.
Okay. Do you communicate with your buddy?
Yeah, sure. I found her.
Where?
It is down at a dockside warehouse.
Dockside warehouse. Is she in the car?
When you arrive there, no.
The car's just on.
The car is running and it is empty.
Okay, I'm just gonna hang out and watch the car.
Also arrive.
You see... Yeah. Probably around the same point. How far from... Where are you trying to station yourself from here?
Is there a good piece of metal, or is there a camera?
There are some metal warehouses around, yeah.
Is there cameras?
There are on some new ones, but none that are actually pointing towards the vehicle or this. Yeah, you just go to one of the next door companies that has their security camera. Just turn the camera
And then pop into it. Yeah.
All right.
I'll start searching these warehouses, invisible phasing through stuff, looking for her.
Yeah. You see probably about a dozen strong workers moving things around. Seems that they have unloaded some things from a ship that is docked right there and are reloading a number of other just crates onto it. At one point you do see one of them put a dolly with 3 crates and is moving it over and loading 3 crates into the trunk of the car.
I thought it was a sporty car.
It is.
Is it big crates?
Okay. All right. There are 3 of them. It's pretty big.
Does it have a... Is it like convertible or hardtop?
It is hardtop. From the way he's loading, you would have to imagine that these are going into the space that would also normally occupy a back seat.
So it either folds down or it's only 2-seater?
Yeah. One of those. But yeah, so those are being loaded in there, and that is shut. And the car starts to drive off.
Before that does, while I was bringing the things over to it,
Okay.
I'll phase through my head through those. Probably dark, but I don't know if I can get any sense of what's in there.
Which crates are you looking at?
The one he was trying to load into the trunk?
Into the car.
Yeah.
Has a whole bunch of little glass tubes immediately. You can sense. It's dark to actually see, but you can tell from some of the sounds that there are a bunch of little glass tubes and the packing material between them.
I will go out of sight, stop, call Ohms and tell him that they loaded a bunch of glass tubes, given that she may have been working with serums and other stuff. That could be bad. But
The call can't go through. I am a security camera right now.
I mean, you get to leave a voicemail, but yeah.
leave the message. When the car starts moving, I look back to it. Is there anyone in it?
No.
Also, the car is alive. Or self-driving. I think there was an old TV show about it.
Yeah, I'm just going to follow the car.
Okay, so you're following the car.
It's like, if you get this message, I'm going to look around here. I can catch up with the car. But so I continue looking around through these crates and other stuff these people were loading.
Looking into the crates that they're loading onto the boat.
Mm-hmm.
The crates that they're loading onto the boat do not have any sort of clinking sound in it. It seems all material and something soft, but of course dark inside of the crates.
Yeah.
You're just nuzzling cats at hyperspeed.
So, but
because you're just sticking your face into it.
yeah, I'm not interacting with the world. I should be fine.
We'll see.
I mean, your body has to stop long enough for your face to get stuck in it. Because even if you are running by at normal human perception with normal movement, you're just running by and going... It's hard to see things.
Mm-hmm. Well, phasing, I don't have to be moving full speed. Invisibility, I do, but...
Yeah,
so
though you would be visible if you stopped to do that.
So I would go down into one of the lower deck areas where they've already put stuff. Wait for someone, have a moment, vibrate it, and peek inside.
Right. I mean,
still fuzzy
do
softness.
you lift the lid?
It's like if no one's and it's not tightened down. Yeah.
They're pressure fit, but they're not nailed or anything.
Oh, okay.
It's almost like someone was investigating them as they were being loaded. But yeah, it is just bags of a white powder.
I love cocaine!
Yes, that's what...
Probably about 20 or 30 crates, that big, being loaded out of this warehouse into this boat that those vials were just taken off of.
I will...
As one person... and it's from the top side, you see basically one person's watching them being loaded as these other dozen people
I will speed out of there. Call the director. I think the car just made a really big drug deal. It got some vials of stuff, and I think they're loading a bunch of cocaine onto the ship. Should I call the police, or do your people handle that? You're the government, right?
Well, I talked to your mother. A little above that, but can you get any identification off of the boat that you'd had? Or?
Yeah. Like the name. If I can get up into the crew nest, see if I can find like a manifest or anything.
So you're able to get him some information there.
What birth number it is.
And as if that goes off, that'd be harder to track. Maybe see if you're still around Ohms, he may be able to track that. He can go through water. You can keep up with the car.
Okay. Yeah, he went... I left message for him.
Okay. Depending on what he's doing, he's not always the most immediate to reach.
Yeah.
I need some kind of ability that lets me pick up my messages whilst I'm electric boy.
Yeah, I would think with enough technology you could send messages while you're in electric form.
Yeah, you'd think that, and yet that is not how that works at all.
Yeah.
But yes, there probably is like an add-on that would let you do it.
So, I'm unsure where the car went until Ohms tells me. Do you want me just to stay with the boat?
I guess while you're able to, yeah.
Yeah, I can run on water.
Why not? Of course you can, my boy.
Oh, Ohms tried to throw me in the ocean.
I'm sorry.
I succeeded in throwing you in the ocean. The fact that you ran off is not my fault.
I didn't get wet, therefore I didn't go in the
Your
ocean.
feet got wet.
Yes, the soles of my feet didn't get
Counts.
wet. So yeah, I'll keep an eye on this giant drug transport.
But yeah, so they load about 30 crates in there. The guys working at the warehouse start locking up warehouse stuff. Load into a pair of white vans. And they leave. The one person with the boat gets in the boat, and they
I will
leave.
take down the plate numbers of the vans. But the boat guy's going to start up the boat.
Yep, and he's going off as well.
Follow the boat.
Okay. So,
from what I saw...
Just a rooster tail around the boat as he runs around.
No. From what I saw earlier, do I think this is the only guy left on the boat? Like, everyone else was the loaders?
make a perception check.
15.
Yeah, you're pretty sure.
Then I'll go down to the underside.
Okay.
And just wait on the boat. So I don't have the giant fan of stuff following him.
What's causing that wake?
Exactly.
There's nothing out there. So, you're in a room with theoretically a bunch of crates of drugs.
Do some cocaine.
Gonna stick your face back in it?
It's so soft and powdery.
I do not. 1, don't want to do drugs. 2, drugs would show up on a drug test for school. For the sports thing.
Well, you're already a thief. Might as well be a cheater, too.
You say that, but aren't you a huge thief?
Technically, everything I do says it was paid for.
He's stealing more from the credit card companies, less from the individuals. Or, in this case, even though he's capable of stealing from the credit card companies, he chose to steal from your mom. Sure, he can just mark it in their system that they already received payment. But now he decided to use the card information that he had, because why not?
They made my day a nightmare. They could at least buy me pizza. And I offered to share it.
We didn't trust you not to spike it, because you're insane.
At a certain point, you trust that he didn't spike it, because eventually he finished it.
Yes.
Okay, so...
Yep. Cars driving up, getting on the highway.
Continue following.
Yep.
Can I pop onto the car? Like, axle?
Yep.
Something that's not immediately electronic.
Yeah. Something where its system won't notice. Yeah.
So we're both riding with bad guys.
Yep. Both heading north, ultimately.
Can I stick my head up into the trunk? Or is it protected?
Nothing is shielding you out of it, no. So if you want to, yeah.
Okay, I'm going to go and try to have a little chatty chat with the computer.
Okay. So you try and actually go up into the computer system. Make a...
Technology, spycraft.
No, hold on.
Energy
I'm trying to figure out,
control.
do you make a check or do I? Hold on. Let's see here. How does fortitude defense work? So it's fortitude. Okay, so it would make its check. Hold on. Okay. So there's one success with there, and then furthermore, does 25 beat your fortitude defense, which is whatever your fortitude is plus 10.
Yeah, 17.
17? Okay, so it beats it by more. So 17. But only by one. Well, that's DC plus 5. That's 2 successes, 3 successes. Okay. What is the damage on that? Okay, so you need a toughness.
Check.
Yes.
20.
20. This is 25. -5, 1 failure. So you currently have a -1 circumstance penalty to further resistance checks against damage. As you feel the computer, once it registering you as a power, as like electronic power, and it just grabs on and starts feeding off of you to power itself.
Am I able to get information out of it?
You gather that you can try, but it will keep doing this constantly.
How much damage?
I mean, damage isn't a number. This is you had 1 degree of failure, so you have -1 penalty to the next time it tries.
And it still managed to do damage when you rolled an 18.
Yeah, I'm aware of that, Nick.
Yeah.
You have now recapped the thing that just happened.
Mm-hmm. But they can't see your number.
Yes, but they know my total.
Yeah, but you could have rolled like a 12 and got that.
Okay, can I try and take over it? The computer.
You can see what you can do. Yeah, you can make technology check.
I also have elemental control. I don't know.
You can use that if you'd rather try and shut it. No, elemental control is that's your powers. That's your damage thing, right? Yeah, that would be if you're wanting to attack it.
Okay, 19.
Does not seem to be doing anything.
Okay, I pull out of the computer then.
Enough, you can sense there is actively something in there fighting
It's
back.
a sentient thing?
Yeah.
I'm going to destroy this car.
Okay.
Okay.
So you just ride along with it?
Yeah.
How long do you ride along with the boat?
I try to call the director again, ask if he has the Coast Guard or whatever tracking these people, or if he's heard from Ohms so I could go help him.
Hasn't heard from Ohms. I left a message as well.
Yeah, not being able to check my electronics whilst I'm in electric form is very annoying.
Yeah.
You can hero point it.
Quite specifically, your electronics...
Why would I waste it on that?
Your electronics are in electric form, and so because they've been turned... In fact, I feel like if you set your phone down, turned into your electric form, and it was there next to you to receive the information, you could.
It's like Druid Wild Shape. Those items don't exist anymore.
Yeah, it's in your form.
It's very annoying.
But otherwise, I mean, if you have information on where exactly it's headed, we could work on someone to intercept, but...
I'll sneak around the ship invisible and see if I can get a manifest or where they're heading.
Yeah, I mean... Nothing... Not a great log keeping in this ship. For some reason, they're not... they're not logging that very well. They didn't even document where they just docked at to pick this up. Astonishing.
Do they not have a destination on the GPS either?
Nope. I mean, you can tell you're going north from the coast moving.
Yeah. It's like, I'm just gonna try to break the ship or the engine. So if it can't go nowhere, it'll just stay here.
How are you going to do that?
Well, first I'm gonna go up to where he's driving it and flip the switch into, whatever boat neutral is. Because I think there's a thing that goes back and forth.
Yeah.
Then I'm just gonna break it off. Or at least try to.
Make a strength check?
Just snap solid steel?
Mm-hmm. Super speed don't help. 3.
Well, but it goes that way real fast.
Uh-huh.
But it doesn't break.
Mm-mm. Go and find some rope.
That is readily available. There's lots of that, yeah.
I'm gonna tie up this guy.
As he's trying to figure out what's going on with the...
Just rope suddenly.
Just saying, you might be a monster.
And that's coming from him.
I have done hardly...
He knows monsters.
Listen, I did a few things mildly obnoxious. I didn't repeatedly tie up some poor guy.
This is a different guy.
This is a different guy. I'm almost sure he's a terrorist spy.
You say that every time you tie someone up.
Well, they should stop acting like terrorist spies. Or at least terrorist drug dealers.
You never give him a chance to talk.
I don't this guy either. I tie him to something in the back, keep vibrating. It's like, okay, I'm gonna turn the boat off. Put that in neutral and try to find keys or something. How do boats work?
Do you have the vehicle proficiencies?
I don't think so. I might, but
I'll
Be a skill.
Vehicle proficiency. Yeah, I don't either.
Yeah, no. It did not
vehicles, and then take as a skill, and then you take a certain type of it.
Yeah, no, it wasn't on my pre-planned thing.
Yep.
I'm 16. I have not yet taken my driver's test.
What does extraordinary effort do?
It's like a less powerful hero point, I think.
And it's a thing. One of the advantages.
I believe the last page tells you.
Gain 2 benefits when using extra effort.
What's extra effort then?
That's this thing.
Yeah.
Alright. Yeah, I don't know most of this stuff.
It's generally stuff like you'll do like when using your hero point.
Oh, I don't like using hero points. And then I have great endurance. Which again, no information.
+5 on checks involving endurance.
Oh, neat.
Once I get the boat, at least in neutral, I call the director again. It's like, can you find out where my phone is right now? Because that's where I'm leaving the boat. I tied up the only person here.
Just leave it on for a minute.
Yeah.
Just gonna lose another phone.
We got you.
So it was like, any word from Ohms?
Not yet.
Well, I will go back to the street Ohms was on and start heading where I saw the car going last.
Alright.
That's what I'm doing.
It's a slow-moving vehicle. Don't worry. Because they loaded the entire boat, and then they got on the boat and they drove the boat, and I'm still on the freaking highway.
Now, so it's probably about 2 hours later before it gets off the highway. And it, and you pop out. You're now you can see from around it. It's pulling off down a little gravel drive through a bit of a wooded area to a little cleared out area with a chain link fence and one of those little highway power stations where things are ran through and all the power lines are redirected and moved.
It's going into that?
It is driving, into it.
Awesome.
That's good for you.
Yes, it's great for me.
But it is basically then, as it parks off to the side and you just hear drilling.
I forget, would he have healed up by now?
He would have to stop and rest for a minute.
Yeah.
So if he wants to get out and just sort of stand around for a minute, he can.
Oh, I just pop into the trunk.
Just lay around. Yeah, okay. If you go physical in there.
Oh, and I'm just gonna go ahead and.
Which, if you do that, you're probably on the highway when you can check your messages.
Oh yeah, I check my messages. Interesting. I tell the director to give the kid my area, and when he pops up in the area, I'm gonna start shunting some boxes out the back of the car, and he needs to take those and put them somewhere so we can investigate it later. Because we got 2 hours, and I'm just going to go bloop, bloop, and teleport the boxes out the back of the car.
So you get a call when you're about halfway running back towards the warehouse.
Take the call.
Oh look, it's almost parallel going back up because he was headed north too.
Yeah. I'm very fast.
Yeah, and I'm gonna the boxes out to him and have him stash.
How do you? I mean, the trunk is closed and secured.
Okay, so I grab the box and then I turn electrical form, taking the box with me to where I can see.
What is your base? Is it?
I can do 200 pounds now.
Okay, you actually have 200 pounds normal.
Yeah,
then you're fine. Yeah, then you can do that. I thought it was one. I was like,
no, I
they are heavy boxes.
I upped it to 200 pounds.
Yeah,
so I could throw him in the ocean. It was for good reason.
Okay.
So yeah.
Bloop, 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 bloop. Do you do them that quick?
No, I let him get back into.
And what do you do? So he passes a box to you, which you know to be full of some sort of glass.
Yeah, I told him to carefully put it off somewhere where we can go and recover it to investigate.
Hold on.
Go and stash them somewhere.
So the first one goes off. I'm guessing you wait for the call that he's there. Okay. So you just stash it off on the side of the highway?
How long do I think it would be to take this back to that safe house when I go?
The one in New Orleans?
Yeah, it's only 120 miles a second, or per 6 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I mean, you'd have time.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Be a few minutes. But
Yeah.
so is that what your plan is to take it there?
Mm-hmm.
It busts out of the box and just it shatters itself on the ground. Moving too fast.
Make an athletics check. If you have said endurance thing that he just mentioned in his thing, you can add that to it.
What goes with athletics?
Athletics is strength.
Okay. 16.
Okay. First one you get back.
Mm-hmm.
Pass him another one. Fine. Make another athletics. So you're taking it in the same place.
Higher.
Higher.
So
Okay.
21.
Okay.
How many
Turn.
of them are there?
There are 3.
Okay, well, third one.
Third one. Now, when you've passed out the third one from behind it, you do notice just some of these sounds in the car just change.
I didn't get no sneaky check.
You only have so much control on the sneak as you're passing it out behind the vehicle on the highway.
Well, I mean, there's no sound from it disappearing into electrical form to reappearing out onto the highway, and he's grabbing it.
Yes.
Making it invisible.
It's the noticing of, wait a minute, enough weight has disappeared from inside of this that...
Yeah, that would
As my shocks are adjusting, I'm like... Huh?
Okay. Well, that sucks.
Yep. So it notices...
But do I notice before I'm off carrying this away?
Doesn't really matter. You still need to do what you need to do.
I mean, yeah, you probably notice that it applies a bit of brakes more than this one.
Yeah.
But you don't drive, you're not sure.
Yeah. So.
Well, I noticed that.
Make another athletics.
Unlatch the trunk if I can.
12 again. No. Plus 9. Yeah. Or 16 again.
16 at this point.
I
It
can heroic
takes-
effort if I need. If I think I'm going to drop it.
It's not necessarily drop. I mean, you are wearing yourself out carrying large, heavy containers.
Yeah.
God, so weak. So weak.
I have a strength of 1.
Yeah,
But I'm good
zero.
at athletics, so.
Strength is 0.
So yeah, you're thinking arms may give out at that. So
Yeah, so after I get this there, it's like, okay, no more carrying heavy stuff, but at least that was the last heavy thing.
I mean, that's middle of your trip.
Oh. Then I will...
I mean, you only got to carry for a couple more seconds.
How do heroic effort?
Um,
Or at least regular extra effort?
Let's see here. Power stunt, resistance.
Retry. What is heroic? It was heroic effort. The thing I just said that you just said you had,
Yeah.
which is like you do two things.
I have extraordinary effort.
Which could be things like strength, increase your hero's strength by +1 rank until the start of next turn. A retry. Apply a bonus. So, you said yours was extraordinary?
Yeah.
Let's see what heroic is.
Well, I was thinking extra effort, so...
Okay, so you're just looking at normal. So yeah, you increase your strength rank by 1.
I think it would be either the +2 or +5 thing.
Yeah, or you could give a +2 just to your check, or you could retry your check.
So plus...
I would just do a +2. I think an 18 would probably get the job done.
It's tempting. Yeah, I'll try that.
Try that?
Yeah.
Yeah. that'll. You're still worn out by the end of it, but that's enough where the point is at when you've finished, rather than when you are halfway there. So.
Yeah. Stash it here, then take a... forget, what does doing extra effort take out of me?
Constant extra effort. At the start of your turn, immediately after using extra effort, you become fatigued. Or you can use your point to get rid of fatigued and just spend your point to do it. So,
How long does fatigue last? And what does it do?
fatigued, hindered, recover after 1 hour of rest. Hindered is move at -1 speed rank. So instead of so stupid.
We move at the same speed now.
No.
He moves 100.
Oh yeah, 14. Yeah, no. Yeah, so yeah, that puts you down to his speed. Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys are really only 1 rank off, and that's what makes that much of a difference.
Yeah.
Well, his is very specifically teleportation based, it seems.
Yeah.
But yeah. So yeah, take a breath and then run half speed, I guess, back to the car.
So as you're heading back,
I'm just an axle, baby. I'm just letting the world turn.
you have a hard time observing from just being an axle. You go somewhere better to try and see things, or?
Yeah, sure. I'll go in the trunk.
Okay.
I will be the frame.
Because you do notice at a certain point in the trunk, there is like a blue line that scans across the inside of the trunk.
Go for it.
And you hear... And so are you physical sitting in the trunk here?
No.
Okay.
I'm electrical on the outside of the car. Like in the trunk area.
Okay.
Yeah, less than the entire
So on the
thing's
other
made
side of the-
fiberglass. So
Yeah, on the other side of the carpet, in other words. Okay, so you wouldn't see that. Alright, yeah, so you're just under the vehicle. Yeah. So, takes some time, takes you a couple more minutes to get back. You're behind the vehicle then?
mm-hmm. Just off and invisible, probably side of the road, not directly behind it. But
Just keeping up with it.
yeah,
Alright.
just enough to be super speedy, yet still only going like 60 miles an hour and be invisible.
60 miles every 6 seconds.
Yeah, how fast is the car going though?
A lot slower than that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's like I'm just keeping up with its 60 miles an hour versus my 60 miles a sec or 10
Well,
miles
point being,
a
aren't you
second.
having to move faster in order to try and
It just says
your invisibility?
while moving.
I feel like you can't just be while moving 60 miles an hour and be invisible. That is breaking the spirit of the... You're having to lap the thing.
Yes. I'm standing still so fast. Eventually, I'll just go up on ahead, let the director know we dropped whatever we think were chemicals or stuff in vials off at that safe house from the trunk of this vehicle. I think Ohms is still in it, and I'm just following it, waiting for it to come up.
Make a perception check.
Yeah, you travel at 72,000 miles an hour. At full speed.
Yes. I believe on the chart it's like 68,000, but perceptions plus 6, so 11.
11? Okay. Okay.
So I've informed director, then I'll go back up to speed and go back to
And
the car.
eventually it will take that gravel pull off.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll go up to said power station from before. And we'll park beside it.
Hop from into power station.
Actually, no. It's not gonna park beside it. And it is going to full speed down a gravel road. And you see this fence ahead of it. With a power station. Like one of those power distributor.
It's probably gonna hurt me. I will try to get up speed and slam into it to knock it off course.
Why?
Because it's about to run into a power station.
It's not going to hurt me.
No, but all the other people connected to this power station, it could.
I mean, I'm immune to electricity, and right now I'm in the car.
Yeah. But here's the thing. I'm not going to hit, so it doesn't matter. I am trying. 15 to hit. To bodily run into a car.
If it's size, yeah.
No. In that case,
It's a large enough target for you to...
I did not get the full, charge up distance. So I don't get the extras.
Why not?
Because it's like measured in hundreds of miles. You have to charge half your speed. So, let's see. Charge damages speed half rank plus 2. So my attack was minus 2. That's 14. So 14 is my damage number. I don't know if that goes with my dice or I roll again.
14 is your damage, so that is plus 15 is 29 versus toughness.
No.
22, so...
So I have to roll against half that?
No, you're not rolling.
Well, I take half of that.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't gotten my new suit that I would have spent my power on.
So 22, 29 is 2 successes. Dazed.
Car is dazed.
And minus 1 circumstance penalty. Thinking that means it. You might have. Hold on.
I also might have knocked myself out, by the way. Do I just roll and add toughness?
I'll get to that in a second. Yeah, hold on.
Okay.
We can do.
What's your toughness?
It's 1. There's a reason I'm planning on spending points to get it so I don't have to deal with this. But I think I have an 8 versus a 29. I think I just dropped 4 fails in a row.
What's your plus 2 attack?
That attack, 2.
Yeah, so would have to be using its action, which it's currently using for other things internally, in order to move. So without doing that, it doesn't have its movement, so you actually stop the car and just shit off to the side.
I've lived this, but I hit it so hard it just sort of rolls. I'm pretty sure I'm unconscious. I got a 8 versus that. Well, half of 29, so.
Half of 29, so okay, so that would be 14?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. 8 versus 14?
Yeah, beat it by over 5.
You two are dazed and -1 to your further checks.
Yeah.
I pop out of the car and then start blasting it.
Okay.
Not that one.
Yeah, make your attack.
Pretty bad. 8. 15?
15.
Yeah, 15.
Bonus there.
It's dazed. It can't move.
Yes, so it has the -1 from that. So yes, you would hit.
Alright, it's a 12 on my attack.
12 is 27. One
Get
failure.
wrecked, car!
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no. I made my character so I could use my speed as my damage
You
number.
said total was, what was I targeting? 27?
Yeah.
Toughness is 12. So, 12.
Is that with the minus?
11. Okay. Which is 27. 16. 2 more. 3. An automatic failure from a 1.
Did I blow it up?
You didn't blow it out, but it just... The wheels stop. It just powers down.
Bad car.
Do you do anything else?
I turn around and start heading towards the power thing.
Mm-hmm.
Going, Miss Kitty! I start just walking into the power station.
I sit down on the ground, cradling my shoulder that I think I dislocated, and call up the director. It's like, we stopped the car. I tried to run into a power station. I'm going to leave my phone on so you can see where we're at.
Alright. Sending someone out.
Mm-hmm. And Ohms is now yelling at the power station about some cat.
Good for him. Just so you're clear, this is not like a power station like business. This is like a redirector. This is completely unmanned. This is like this is like where wires come in from this way and this way and this way, and they're basically sending things all different directions.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna hop into the power station then and then do a scry for Ashley.
Okay. Investigate.
Yeah. Fuck you! I'm gonna extra effort.
Okay.
And retry and add 2 because I get to do 2 things.
Okay. Yeah.
I rolled another 4.
Can you use your heroic dice to re-roll again?
Were you using that to
Get rid of the fatigue now.
Okay.
Screw it. Can I just decide it's 20 now? Or do I have to
I
roll?
don't think that's how that works, but what does it do? It's a heroic feat. Yeah, do a reroll. Being that high of a roll, it doesn't do any extra stuff. If it was a roll when you use your hero thing, if you get below 10, then it...
It's a safety net.
Does the extra effort thing apply on this one? Since I used the heroic to reroll, or are we going off heroic now?
Yeah, I guess it would still be the same. You've added the bonus to it, so yeah. The +2.
Okay, so that's a 19 plus 9, so 28 investigation.
That is enough that while you do not find her in the area, you are able to see some things. You are able, for one, to see that the car is working on rebooting its systems from the condition it was left in. You are able to see that it had sent a bunch of data to a point and gotten a piece of data back.
Okay, I'm gonna go...
So there was data transfer from the car, and it is currently working on rebooting itself.
Okay. Lightning cracks from the top of one of the antennas just straight into the car. So that's another pinpoint bolt. I forgot I have rivalry as a complication.
Isn't that who Miss Kitty is?
Yeah, I think so.
That would make the
change
most...
over time. I don't believe you made any sense, but I do believe it was just the idea that you want someone that is constantly back and forth with you. I do not feel like with your attitude you're going to keep the same rival throughout. I feel like eventually you're going to overcome a rival and need a new one. That's just the feeling I get.
Is it because I like hardcore go after people?
Yeah. You're an ass. I'm sorry, what?
He's shooting the car again.
Okay. Did he make an attack?
Oh, yeah. 12.
No.
Even with it being unconscious or whatever that is?
Well, actually, it would be 11 also because I have the T, right? So I get -1 on everything.
Speed is
Half.
-1.
Okay, so yeah, never mind, just 12.
Incapacitated. Defenseless, stunned, unaware.
That defenseless has an active defense of 0.
Okay. Was on dying. Because that is not the easiest. Death 251.
Okay, do I know enough about electronics that if I kill this thing, will it, like, completely wipe it, or can I still pull stuff off?
Probably wouldn't necessarily be able to find the information now.
Okay, then I wouldn't want to do this.
Okay.
Or can I moderate it so it doesn't kill it?
I mean, if you're not exactly sure if you hit it with that, it might kill it.
Okay, then that bolt of lightning is instead me.
Just you moving across.
And I grab onto the computer and start pulling information from it.
It does not seem to have any ability to resist you at this point. You are able to first gather, I'm guessing, what it sent or what it received. What do you go after first?
I'm going to go after sent.
Sent looks to be all of the data from the point where the third box left. It is able to tie something as far as noticing extra electronic current passing through its outside chassis beyond it. It's able to notice, various things. And you can also tell it was running into the power station to see if it could discharge you. But basically the active defense is taken by it as it is aware of kind of what's going on.
And received?
And basically stuff that received is you can pull up on by powering up the video screen to just the face of Miss Kitty masked in her battle suit. You are quite the thorn in my paw. Allie. It's just a video message that was left.
Excellent. Can I backtrack where it was sent from, or directions at least, or anything like that, or no?
It seems to have gone up through some satellite.
They're not that far.
Yeah, but space is a really good insulator.
I hop into Nick's phone. I'm like, send me.
What?
Through the speaker, I just say, go ahead, transmit me up to space.
It's just a flip phone.
Julie has a smartphone, right?
What? As I'm now getting up after it's been a couple minutes, dusting myself off.
Yeah, I guess I'll go and have another little check.
I will go ahead and call.
You hear helicopter.
Yeah, I will call the director, and with him on the phone's like, are you sending a helicopter?
Yes, you gave us your location.
Oh, okay. I was just making sure it wasn't someone else sending a helicopter.
Holding on to the machine, the computer. Can I get to shut down, or can I wipe its personality?
You'd have to power through it, which would run the risk of turning it on a failure. But you can make a technology check if you would like.
That was a 10 before I moved it.
No.
And it moved up, but it was a 10. 19.
19. Contest.
It's incapacitated.
It's full on defenseless.
We'll contest on a -5. Or rather, we'll give you the +5 of it. Whatever, but either way. Because you are having to run power through it to try and... So, it is its final...
Okay, so 24 would be
24 versus 24.
Does it have any other minuses from taking those damages?
It has the minus from the days thing, but I don't think that counts if you're further down. I don't think you have. I don't think it all stacks.
No, I think those supersede. Yeah, that's only on fortitude checks, I think, to resist damage.
Yeah. As he's basically reviving it to try and...
Mm-hmm. Reviving it to kill it.
Yeah. Well, reviving it to make it docile without killing it, so that it's still...
I'm just trying to teach this puppy to heal. Yeah, we have to figure out if we do meat and beat.
That's what I'm looking at right now. Higher bonus.
I have a +9. And then I also +5 on top of that.
Okay, so you had a higher bonus then. Because it doesn't... Well,
I had a +14.
Yeah, because it just says bonus, so... And that is... Seeing the wording for that, is that just considered a bonus, or is that something different? It's not going to say there, that would be too easy. Okay. What's my bonus? Yep. Okay. It's a +5. A major bonus, even. Yeah. You basically wipe the personality point, keeping the rest of it intact.
Now I'm just going to go ahead and set yours truly up as the owner.
You of a thing you can't have because it's a person and costs so many points.
You also notice, as far as if you're trying to drive it somewhere, It is very low on power.
That's fine. There's a power station right there, and I'm made of Zappy Zappy. Oh, and yeah. I was gonna say Jarvis, but I like the Friday one better.
As of this point, you would have to go through quite a bit of work to actually give it any sort of personality and such back to it.
Okay,
You'd
that's
have to
fine.
set that
I'm just
back.
gonna juice it up.
Okay.
And hop in.
Okay.
Does it have enough intelligence to drive me, or do I have to actually drive it?
Right now, you would have to actually drive it.
Alright, girl. Let's go home.
Your phone rings.
Hello.
I hope you are planning to take that to the lab in Kissimmee.
So, you know how you keep wanting me to work for you?
Mm-hmm.
I found my price. As I drive off.
And they will help you get up into...
Well, after a couple of minutes resting, I can just go home, but I ask if they need me for anything else.
Yeah, they want information from you if you do not...
Yeah, no, I tell them that I stashed all the boxes over in
Louisiana.
Yeah, Louisiana.
In the New Orleans safe house.
Yeah. Also meaning you brought a helicopter here for no one and to pick nothing up.
Salazar looks down from above. The helicopter feels cheap anyways.
I will go home.
And you do. And you have a little bit more time to relax for a while before life gets too busy.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, next weekend, you get that date.
Yeah. And hopefully I can have my mom or other stuff build things during that time so I can actually spin my PowerPoints.
Yeah, you can work on getting your Letterman jacket enforced to avoid that kind of pain when you, having realized what happens when you run full speed into the cars, you come back with the appreciation of what you need and yourself.
I guess I also
between
get
some materials from your mother who's it turns out starting to speak with eyes not yet ready to transition away from Futech, but at least noticing that they have a department where possibly she would move into, and they help with supplying materials needed that are better than the simple mesh material that she had available on her from her work to be able to create said jacket from.
Now all I just have to do is figure out what other powers I want or technology or other stuff. Like
You gotta start saving up points for the equipment.
Oh, no, I'm not spending any points on this. This is just my car now.
Well, then it's no more than a car.
Yeah.
You have an electric car in a day and age where there are not actual electric I guess it's fine for you, isn't it?
It's very cool.
You have an electric car where there's... Like, consider she had an inbuilt house power station to charge her car up from.
Oh, you mean my house?
As we just go squats and...
Oh, no, it will be mine. Don't worry, I just have a little electronic doo-doo and take it.
As he electronically
monster.
steals a house.
Yeah, she's a bad guy.
What about the power company you're taking money from? Or the bank who would now own this house that you're stealing from? Or the credit card companies
You're just
stealing their
listing
money.
bad guys.
But you each get a point for the session.
Did we get a point for that arc?
No. That's you just get a general point for it. So.
Okay. Hey, it doesn't hurt to ask.
Arc will generally be once larger stories combined to... Yeah. Otherwise, I'm sure next time we'll pick up on someone else's story and join us for that. Thank you for watching. Bye.